Could WWE have teased a major WrestleMania 40 surprise? Elsewhere, AEW have signed an ex-WWE name for a huge backstage role. And we have an update on an NXT superstar stepping away indefinitely. What could that mean? More on it and all of the other stories in the news. Hello everyone, a furiously confident speaker, Jack the Jobber here, joined by Andrew. Are you ready for some Wednesday morning news?
I'm ready for some Wednesday morning news, Jack.
First of all, we've got to talk about what happened on Raw, because you might have seen The Rock in his arrogant clothes.
Yes.
Just beating up Cody Rhodes in the rain. Oh, did you? It was
so good.
Yeah,
it was so good.
But there were several shots that caught the viewers' attention, and WrestleVotes have had a bit of a theory or an update on the situation, because in the background we saw one of those lovely big production trucks,
yes,
and on it we saw the faces of Steve Austin and John Cena. WrestleVotes then uploaded a picture of one of the trucks with Drew McIntyre and Charlotte Flair. And what did they tweet, Andrew?
They added, everything is done on purpose. 2 weeks out from WrestleMania, the backdrop of these WrestleMania specific trucks last night would have sufficed.
So meaning just the base colour of the trucks, not the faces on it, not the faces pont.
Yeah, yes.
So does this imply then that either Austin, Cena, or Drew or Charlotte could be turned up? What do you think?
Very well. Well, there was reports last week as well that there potentially could be creative things for John Cena and Steve Austin, potentially even The Undertaker too at WrestleMania. Me and Tom were talking last week and we're like, it kind of makes sense in terms of, John Cena's been embroiled with the bloodline, or at least Roman Reigns in some capacity, whilst Roman has been champion. And Steve Austin and The Rock have absolute storied history there too. Yeah. So it will make sense if the idea is, and we've heard the idea being floated around a little bit, that, if it's bloodline rules, that means there's going to be shenanigans of some sort in some capacity, I believe.
Of all those, do you think that Austin could be the most cathartic? Like, it would be the biggest. If Rock's being evil, you better to come and save the day.
Exactly. And how good would that be as well?
Oh, it would be fantastic.
It would be so nice.
Yes, eagle-eyed viewers may have also spotted Cody Rhodes' Wheatley American Vodka logo on the side of a tour bus in the background as well. So they've clearly thought this through when they've been, elsewhere in AEW, it was made official last night that AEW have appointed Kosha Irby as AEW's Chief Operating Officer. From the press release, the press release says, Irby will oversee all strategic planning and execution of live events, marketing, finance, human resources, licensing, consumer products, and other major lines of business for the company. It's a lot of roles.
Yes, it is a lot of roles. So he joins AEW from Clemson University, where he serves as Chief Marketing Officer within the athletic department and has previously held positions with the Memphis Express of the Alliance of American Football as Chief Marketing Officer, Professional Bull Riders, PBR, as President, and WWE as Regional Director of Live Events.
There's the one that we are here to mention, because that means that Kosha has Kosha Irby. I've said the name the wrong way around. Kosha Irby.
I think it's Kosher. Pronounced Kosher. I was listening this morning.
Has quite a lot of experience then. Quite significant experience.
I believe they were with WWE for quite a while, 7 or 8 years. I think they left around 2018. Now they've joined with AEW. It seems as though AEW are very much looking to expand everything at the moment with, the signings of Mercedes, with Will, and with Kazuchika Okada as well. It very much feels like they're looking to expand and start. Would you say it's like a new era for AEW almost?
It feels like a soft relaunch.
Yes,
but they've not really done it. They've overhauled the look slightly and everything, but all the changes I think have been gradual. Yeah. But it all added together has definitely, in my opinion at least, shown a marked improvement on screen as well.
Agreed, yeah.
Fightful Select have talked about this appointment as well, saying even though the announcement was just made, he's been on the job and making changes since January. The highly touted Irby took over many of the duties left behind by Rafael Morphy, who ended up taking a job at the Barclays Center. AEW had many cities already booked and advertised well into March at the time, and the company kept all of them as opposed to changing them to be more favourable financially. There are also Canadian dates already advertised. However, as March rolled around, many of AEW's April dates had yet to be revealed. Fightful Select are told that some were still being discussed as of mid to late February, and were told that Irby has a much different approach than that of Morphy, and many within AEW were excited about the move. So it could be a positive change.
I think it will be a positive change for them. It looks like they're on the right track. now, it feels like almost.
It does for now.
You know?
Yeah, they're on the right track, baby.
Yeah.
They were born this way.
They were born this way. Oh my goodness.
Let's talk about NXT.
Yes.
Because last night we saw a new match added to Stand and Deliver as Obafemi, having had run-ins with Dijak and Josh Briggs in the previous week, said that he would defend his NXT North American Championship, not against one of them, Andrew, but against both of them.
In a triple threat match.
I'm looking forward not only to this match, because it's just big boys,
Yep.
but also the whole Carter thing.
It looks really good. Me and Ross were talking about this yesterday. Obviously, we were talking about the Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams match, looking like it could possibly main event the show, which we feel like is the right move to do, even though, you know, we've got Ilya Dragunov and Tony D'Angelo as well going up against each other for the NXT Championship, but the very much feels like the focal point of everything is Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. However, this bloody triple threat match, I just want to see Obafemi and Dijak more. I want that.
And Josh Briggs.
Yeah, and well, I'm not saying Josh Briggs is, but you know what I mean.
I like any combination of these boys.
Of course.
I'm excited because it's three big lads and they'll do some big boy things to each other probably. Obafemi's title defense against Dragon Lee was, I think, at Vengeance Day, and while it was a good match, it wasn't the type of match I wanted to see Obafemi have because it was really 50-50.
Yeah.
Dragon Lee's like getting his own, and I was like, oh, just throw him round over. But in this case, it's just going to be three big boys.
Which I can't wait for. I can't wait for.
Someone who can wait is NXT's... Oh, no, I've skipped a story. But I like the link I did, so I'll do this one first.
As well. Go on. Yeah, that's good.
Sorry to the editor for the change in the order of... NXT's Ridge Holland revealed that after much soul-searching on last night's episode, he's decided to step away indefinitely from in-ring competition, saying it's a decision for his physical and mental well-being of himself and his family. This comes in the middle of a storyline, though, Andrew.
Yes, it does. So, obviously, this storyline in NXT, he's being branded an unsafe worker, having legitimately hurt Ilya Dragunov a few months back. His loss to Sean Spears the week before ultimately led to what we saw last night, with Ridge thanking NXT for a shot at redemption and apologising that it was unsuccessful.
So, this very much seems to be part of his ongoing character arc.
It felt very much like a Shawn Michaels, I have lost my smile sort of kind of thing.
And Michaels is no stranger to often incorporating his own previous angles into the NXT product. There was only a week or two ago, there was, remember the 2003 Royal Rumble where he got Christian to dress as him? Yep. And then, Jericho did that, but it fooled Shawn Michaels in the ring.
That's it.
There was one of those on NXT with Carmelo Hayes recently.
With the security officer thing?
Yeah, he got a double to come out and in his gear, and then he was a security guard.
Well, Ross was saying the Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams stuff very much feels like Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Melo's been wearing some very similar jackets to Shawn Michaels. And Five for Select have a report on this storyline as well, saying that NXT sources have confirmed that this is part of Ridge Holland's current storyline and not an official retirement. Don't worry, people of Yorkshire.
I know the county is saved.
The story has been one that Holland has been motivated to do, apparently, with the former Brawling Brute being receptive to suggestions. Storyline has had no pushback from a creative or talent standpoint, despite a bit of fan backlash, and is expected to run its course as originally planned. Yeah, it's interesting because on the podcast, I know for a fact that none of the three of us have really hasn't chimed with us too well.
It hasn't really, and not that I'm, like a dedicated watcher of NXT, but from what I've seen, it's not really stood out as anything, unlike the Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams stuff. Sorry to keep going back to that, but the bits that really just grasp your attention.
Totally.
That doesn't and hasn't felt like one thus far, at least. Anyway.
And I think it's crucial to say that I think Ridge's acting and his performances have been really good. I don't think it's his fault at all.
I feel like
really good.
Leaps and bounds.
But I think it's more the material.
Yes.
And I just don't know if that's what people are maybe not getting on board with as much. We also saw a surprise main roster appearance on NXT last night. This came after Lola Vice threw down an open challenge, which was answered by Natalia. It's a little bit more upbeat, isn't it, than Brett? Yeah, it's like a bossa nova beat. She's got support. She was supported at ringside. Natalia was by Carmen Petrovic, who has a feud going on with Lola Vice as well. Despite her best efforts, Lola came up short against Natalia, who used a victory roll. She counted a kick and then rolled back. And then, I don't know if victory roll is the right term. I think of that when they're on the shoulders.
Yeah.
She sort of kicked her legs in the air, wrapped them round, and rolled her backwards into it. It was a nice little slick
Nice little wrestling pin right there.
Yes.
Yeah, in a WWE exclusive as well afterwards, Natalia said she was honoured to be in NXT again and said it felt good putting Lola in her place and said she was keen to break Lola's ankles in the sharpshooter.
Yeah, excellent.
Thankfully she didn't.
No, thankfully.
Which is good.
I still disagree with the booking. You know?
Really? You would have... Well, I mean, I guess
Lola's
it would have
someone
made her look better, wouldn't
They
it?
want to push Lola.
It was a decent match as well.
Oh,
It
totally.
was very back and forth, which was nice.
I'm just surprised Natalia got the win. I'm assuming that maybe they'll have a rematch that Lola wins or something
I
like that.
imagine so. And Natalia seems to enjoy herself in NXT quite a bit as well.
Yeah,
so
fair
I
play.
can see her being there for a little while longer.
I could as well, I think. We'll be back with more wrestling news later on today. Do leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. I've been Jack. This has been Andrew. And we'll see you soon. So that point there, weird.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I like that.